How's it going, everyone? It's Glenn from the Burnett River Clean. It's the 23rd of March. A lot of people have been talking about this bit of rubbish that's down here. That's the ring road there. That's the rubbish there. That would have been 13 bucks to dump at the tip. What I want to do today is do a few things. I want to film a few things, and I want to mention how people have been commenting on my page saying I have a hatred towards the mayor. Let's talk about that, eh? So I don't hate anyone. All I'm doing is just posting what I'm finding, and they're taking offence at that. There's a number of councillors that are on my page. There's one that's a follower on my page, Gary Kirk. He would be totally aware of all of this stuff. What bothers me is when you come out and you see things like this and they've got an under investigation a sticker or tape or whatever over everything, and then you got things like this. That grass has grown through 2 to 3 feet high. So what's under investigation here? It's been sitting here that long. The grass has grown through everything. There's bags and bags and bags of paperwork that I can see everywhere. And if it was under investigation, wouldn't you think that they'd go through that kind of stuff and investigate it? Like, Gary Kirk's probably a good bloke. That might be why he follows my page. None of them make contact with me. None of them should make contact with me, but if they want to sort things out, it'd probably be a good idea to sit down and talk to me instead of being arseholes all the time. I'm not saying Gary Kirk is, but a lot of them are. And I mean, there's 5,500 or 5,000 page followers and hundreds of thousands of people that view the page every month. I think it'd be a good idea if they finally sat down and talked about something. Saying I'm making accusations against Helen Blackburn since she became mayor is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard in my life. I mean, she was the one making all the promises, not me. All I'm doing is sitting here making people aware of a lot of the promises that she's made and not fulfilled. But it turns out, like a secret advisor said, they weren't promises. She was just looking into things, looking into the roadside pickup and looking into to dropping the rates and all that. Well, all I'm doing is just talking about it. And if she can't handle that, don't blame me. Maybe get another job, like I say. I mean, what a joke. The facts are, anyway, she only got in on the back of Jack Dempsey anyway, because everyone was so pissed off with Jack Dempsey for knocking down that pool that they had no choice but to vote him out. See how she goes in the next election. Maybe I should run for mayor. I wonder if I could beat her. Yeah, so I was kind of joking about the mayor thing, but when you have a look at these areas here, I'm not joking about this when I say that the councillors or the mayor or whoever it is, and they're getting their friends to come onto my page and leave smart ass comments and that and say that I'm a hate page and that I hate the council and all that. They're trying to turn what I'm saying into a hate campaign. They're trying to turn the fact that I find needles in these areas and pick them up so that kids don't get spiked, and I post it and warn people like they should be, I nearly swore again, like they should be doing and don't. And then when I do it, they're trying to say that I'm starting a hate campaign. Everything I do is a hate campaign because the council don't have the balls to get under their Bundaberg now and warn people about the dangers of needles. Helen Blackburn told me before she became mayor she was going to get rid of Bundaberg now. Where is it now? It's still there. You know why? Because she can stand on there and she can tell the town exactly what she wants to tell them. And if she can't handle a bit of constructive criticism, as I keep saying, get another job, stand down, let someone else be mayor who can handle the job. Start to educate the people in this town about the dangers of needles. So the way I look at it, it seems as though only the council are allowed to tell their story and no one else can, which seems very much like a dictatorship to me. I think that the public should be allowed to express their opinions, and that's what people do on my page. And if that upsets certain members of the council, well, maybe they should think about what they're doing and try to rectify issues that the page followers aren't happy with. So I'm under the new bridge here, and if you remember, on the other side of that new bridge there was that woman living in the outside area behind the church, the hospital there that was meant for nurses and all that. Thousands of people got upset about that. Thousands. I had people texting me offline. I had nurses, doctors, all sorts of people saying they were sick of the way she was treating people. I had people telling me that they'd contacted the council about assaults, about one was hit with a hose, another was chased. People had their cars kicked by her over there. And guess what? The council did nothing. And the only reason the council ended up kicking her out was under public pressure, and that was because the people had a voice, which was my page at the time, and there's nowhere else you can say it. Like I said, you won't hear it on Bundaberg now. You won't even hear a thing about the Burnett River Clean on Bundaberg now, and all the Burnett River Clean does is tries to go around picking things like this up. This is the kind of thing I ask just to warn the public about these. I pick up so many of these things, and most of the time they contain needles, and then the needles can easily be spiked into someone, a child or anyone like that, and a lot of the needles I find are just laying around without these containers. So I don't understand why they can't just make the public aware of this. They have the platform. I was just a bit upset when I was sent screenshots of Helen Blackburn saying that she had given me donations and been out with me and arranged the tip waiver for me. That's just bullshit. She never did any of that. She gave me some money once. She wanted me to shake her hand and get it all over the internet and everything before the election. Then she came out with me and I asked her to help me start with a charity, and I never heard from her again. She blocked me until it came up to the next election. Then she was friends with me again. So you know, and as going back to that same page where she'd made those comments, it was Jack Dempsey, like I said, who gave me the tip waiver. He organised the tip waiver. He was, you know, one of his better things he ever did was the tip waiver, and I still think that he was probably a better mayor than what she ever was and or will be, and his biggest problem was the pool just before the election. So, you know, that's how she got in. But, you know, to see that garbage on her page, and then comments from one of the leading pages that are upsetting me and my followers, and posting pictures of their children on their page and things like that, and this person is commenting openly on Helen Blackburn's page. And then when someone screenshotted it and sent it to me, a number of people had made it clear straight away, people are onto this stuff, and they let me know. So as soon as I found out, it was deleted. It was deleted about 10 minutes after the last person let me know. So, you know, this is our mayor. But and I don't directly attack her. All I want to know is why the council aren't doing their job. Why frickin' rubbish sat down in the main street of Bundaberg for over 6 months or 8 months with needles all over the bloody place, while some woman was living in a frickin' joint out the back of the hospital, assaulting people. You know, and it just went on and on and on and on and on. Now the council are upset because I'm posting all this stuff. They're running around like chooks with their heads cut off trying to keep up with what I'm posting. Well, I ain't going to apologise to any of them for that. If they want to talk to me, I can communicate with them first. But they don't. They chose that path, so let it be, you know. But anyway, if you like the post, please follow the page, and there'll be more to come in the future, and I'll keep everyone notified. Thank you.